Hey guys, these are the HSA Stihls 94Ts. These are the models designed more for professionals. They make these in two versions. There is this, and there is the 94R, which has about an extra 6 inches of the bar. It has wider gaps between the teeth, and it has a slower blade speed. It's geared lower to cut through heavier stuff, and it feels about ½ kilo heavier than these. These ones are 4 kilograms. Got the rotating handle. They are a 3-speed machine, and they're not quite cordless. They run on batteries. They will run on the AP300 batteries and also the backpack batteries, but you might notice, where do you stick the battery? You don't. You wear the battery. So if you've got the AP300s or 200s, you have a little adapter which cord plugs in there and goes around. You wear the battery on a harness, or you wear the backpack battery, which I've got here today that I'll give these a run. They're nicely made. That's all nice, heavy, possibly aluminium casting there, and they certainly feel, they're nicely balanced too. They certainly feel, by comparison, these are the my HSA 86, and immediately they feel quite a bit heavier because the batteries, of course, in them. Yeah, these are much lighter. There's only, these are about 4 kilos, and these are 4.5 kilos. If you hadn't told me that, I'd say these are at least 1 kilo heavier. That feels quite heavy, and as you can see, it sort of sits back where the battery is, and that's the lighter of the two batteries I've got. Much lighter, much nicer balanced. The build quality is, yeah, I mean, that's plastic. Yeah, the build quality of those is much nicer. Blades are similar. Might be a fraction longer blade on the HSA 86. Yeah, so price wise, these are pitched as a professional machine. These aren't. You pay for that. Just for the machine alone, you're looking at about 750 Australian dollars. I think just under 800 for the 94Ts with a longer bar, slower speeds, lower gearing, wider teeth spacing. Let's go and give them a whirl. Now, I don't have the battery adapter to run my batteries with these, but I do have the AR1000 battery pack. This stuff's a demo on loan to me from Stihl and EE Days in Ballarat. Thanks, Peter. So this little jigger plugs in 2 arrows to match up. Arrow there. Plug her in, switch her on, get a green light, and it's got 3 speeds. One green light is bloody fast. 2 green lights is really bloody fast. And 3 green lights is holy shit. You can't see the blade speed with a 30 frames per second on the camera, but that's 5,000 cuts per minute at high speed, and that is really, holy shit. Even on slow, it's 4,200, I think. I'll stick it on low. Just for a bit of comparison, my HSA 86s, I think these are 3,000 cuts per minute. quite a bit slower in their blade speed. This cable is quite chunky, but it's very flexible and very soft. So that sort of, I don't think that sort of gets in the way at all. Certainly not like dragging a 240 cable around half the garden with you. Stick it on high. Way faster than any of my petrols or my electrics. That is seriously fast blade speed. Certainly makes mincemeat of that. Let's see if we can find something tougher for it. Put it on medium and aim it at some of this stuff, which would be fairly tough going on my other cordless gear. No problem. This is a seriously impressive bit of kit, I've got to say. Say downsides are you can't really just put it down without unplugging it, so you've always got to unplug it. And then you want to do something with that. Stick it in the pocket if you want to put them down. And probably cost is a little bit of a downside. It's $750 odd for these, and that's without anything to plug into it. if you've already got the kit, you'll still need, or if you've already got the batteries, you will still need the adapter to plug your AP300 or 200 battery into, or you need one of these. Battery life with an AP300, supposedly about 2 hours, compared with my HLA 65s, which get about 3 hours, so it's a bit harder on batteries. This thing, which is the AR1000, I believe we're talking around about 6 hours on medium of solid pruning time, and if the AP300s are anything to go by, you'd have to put in a really long day of pruning to run this battery out, and with a couple of AP300s being charged up ready to go, you'd be getting, well, yeah, at least 2 hours between swapping over batteries. So by the time you put that all together, you'd probably end up paying around about $1,200 if you had to buy this plus batteries, charger and adapter for the batteries. This one's about $1,000, I think, the AR1000, thereabouts. So you're probably looking at around about $1,700 if you want this and this, plus your charger, which I think are around $150. So relatively expensive. However, if you were looking at, say, a petrol machine in the $800–900 range, and their top machines are up there, I'd buy this every time. This is awesome. It's nicely balanced. 4 kilos. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Certainly lighter than my HSA 86 cordless machine. It feels very robust. That's a little warm after working for the last hour or so. Huge blade speed. Rotating handle. So if you're working on the side of a hedge, I like that. Nothing slowed it down. Nothing I pointed it at, and I didn't really point it at anything sort of heavier than sort of old dead pencil thickness, but that certainly slows some of my cordless machines down, and even the petrol machines, you know, you start to feel that. It's just ploughed through them. Yeah, so if you're contemplating a short machine, not one of the long ones, and you want about the best out there, I think you'd be hard pressed to beat this, even with the Stihl petrol machines, which are a lot heavier. And even though you might have the extra expense, say if you buy this from scratch with a battery and charger and adapter, and you've paid maybe $1,200, which is going to be $200 or $300 more than sort of one of the top petrol machines, you haven't got to worry about petrol. You're not stopping every 45 minutes to fill the darn thing up, putting up with the noise, putting up with the smell, and then there's all the hot weather stuff. You can't use them on days of total fire ban. Yeah, I'd take that every single time over a petrol machine, and that is as powerful a machine as I've ever used. So that's the HSA 94T. Bloody awesome.